Surprise, back with another workout video, and a double surprise because we got this man back, Jamie Skippen.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time, man. We haven't, we haven't trained together for probably a year.
Yeah, probably since.
I reckon.
Yeah.
It's been quite some time.
Yeah.
A little bit of background for you guys. Jamie used to work for Massive Joe's a number of different times in a number of different positions here in Adelaide,
five stores,
over in Melbourne.
Yeah.
You used to work just down the road here at our Melbourne store. Now Jamie owns his own supplement company, vice versa.
Yeah.
You got a couple of products out, Notorious.
You do, man.
You got Envy in there as well. So you know, we're stocking vice versa products, of course, at the moment. So Jamie and I thought we'd get together. I'm going to put him through one of my workouts that's being programmed by the strength coach today. We're going to hit a little bit of rear delts, a little bit of middle delts. It's a mainly back focused workout. So it's kind of, I guess, a little bit of back, a little bit of shoulders. Jamie's ready?
Yep.
I'm ready. Let's go. So this workout that Jay's put together, we're going to start with a little bit of face pulls, which is obviously rear delts, and we've got middle delts in there as well. We then move to upright rows, which is middle delts and traps. Then into single arm low rows, time under tension style. So that's obviously going to hit lats, a little bit of middle back in there as well. We've got chest supported row, rhomboids, lats in there. Seated cable row with a wide overhand grip is mainly a lat movement. And then we're going to finish off with barbell shrugs, superset with reverse cable crossover. So once again, we're hitting traps in here, a little bit of middle delts and primarily rear delts. So this sort of workout, when you think about in a men's physique pose, you think about how we're hitting the back pose and all of the muscles that are involved in the back pose. If you start at the top of the body, obviously you're seeing traps, then you're seeing middle delts, rear delts, and then lats come down into that nice V-taper. So a lot of the programming that Jay does for me is based on making the body look a certain way. So that's why, you know, this is not a conventional split to train middle delts, rear delts, and back together. But when you think about the shape that we're trying to create when hitting that rear pose, the rear men's physique pose, it all makes sense, it all fits together. So that's what the workout looks like, and that's how it's all kind of structured and put together. So whenever you're doing face pulls, you're always going to hit a little bit of rear delts and you're going to hit a little bit of back as well. And what you hit more of is really dependent on where you're pulling to. So we're going to hit 4 sets of 15 reps. The first 2 sets, we're going to set the pulley up a little bit lower and we're going to pull to our chest height. So that's going to hit more middle back than it is rear delt. And then the second 2 sets, we're going to pop this up and we're going to pull up towards eye height, which is going to take more back out of the movement and put more rear delts into the movement. So we're going to hit really kind of both focuses for the face pull movement. So the second exercise, we're going to hit easy bar upright rows. This shoulder movement, as with every shoulder movement, you know, so many people mess shoulder movements up because they think about driving from their wrists or the point of contact or wherever they're gripping with. All shoulder movements, whether it's face pulls, whether it's lateral raises, whether it's upright rows, you want to think about driving from the elbow and taking the elbow to wherever you want it to go. So for these upright rows, we go narrow grip on the easy bar, elbows out, and then we're driving not from the wrist, from the elbow. So we're taking the elbow up to the ceiling. That's going to keep your elbows out. It's going to keep the tension in the delts where you want it. You come up, elbows come out, and the focus is driving here, driving from the elbow. So we're gonna transition to some back now. We're gonna start with these machine low rows, isolateral, so one hand at a time, one side at a time. And we're implementing time under tension on this. So a lot of times when you train back, and particularly when you're rowing, and you're not really cognizant of the rep tempo, you start swinging, right? You start swinging from your hips, you start swinging from your upper back, your shoulders. By implementing time under tension, allows you to really slow the rep down, focus on the rep tempo, keep the tension in the muscle that you're trying to train and keep it out of all of the complementary muscles that cause all that swinging. So what we're doing here, we're going pull up for a 2-second squeeze, 1, 2, and then nice and slow for a 2-second negative, a 2-second eccentric. So power on the concentric, squeeze for a count of 2, and then nice and slow on the negative, on the eccentric for a count of 2. Reset, come up, squeeze, count of 2 on the negative for the count of 2. We got 4 sets, 15 reps each side. First form, Intra-formance. It's my intra-workout of choice at the moment. I've been absolutely loving this. Real simple. We're talking about full spectrum aminos, so BCAAs plus EAAs, all 9 amino acids. We've got carbs in here as well, so 3 types of carbs. We've got some clusterdextrin, we've got some fructose, we've got some dextrose, and then a little bit of electrolytes in there as well. Super easy to drink. It's naturally sweetened as well, so sometimes I find like aminos during the day, when you take them, you drink them intra-workout and they're like super sweet, super strong. It's a little hard to drink while you're training and you're sweating, you're out of breath. Naturally sweetened, naturally flavored, real easy to drink. We've got the great flavor at the moment. Throw a scoop in here. Another row movement for back. This time we're going overhand, wide grip, chest supported rows. It's often the case with back, you hear a lot of people say retract your scapula, retract your scapula. So when you start with a row movement, for example, and you let the resistance kind of take your shoulders, the retraction of your scapula looks like this, and then you're going to row from there. Oftentimes, it's really important to do that because if you don't retract your scapula at the start of a movement, you can bring a lot of shoulders into the movement, you can bring a lot of rear delts into the movement. Because this workout is both a shoulder and a back movement, we're not so worried about the scapular retraction. So for this particular movement, we're actually going to flip the script a little bit and we're going to focus on allowing the shoulders to come completely out and allow them to take that full resistance. And then from that resistance, we're going to pull through with a scapular retraction at the same time. So instead of going, you know what, there's the resistance, let me go scapular retraction and then pull, it's going to look like one movement. So it's going to come back and pull, come back and pull, come back and pull. We've got ourselves 4 sets of 12 reps. So we're gonna finish the back part of this workout off now with overhand grip seated cable rows. So this is really, we're just trying to hammer the lats at this point, put as much blood in there as possible. We're going the same grip that we would as if we were doing a lat pull down. It's just we're doing a row with it, and we're trying to pull just below the belly button as well. So we're really trying to fire up the entire lats from top to bottom, from left to right, really push as much blood into our back as possible. So we're gonna finish this workout off going back to shoulders. We're gonna superset barbell shrugs with reverse incline dumbbell rear delt flies. So we've got a trap and a rear delt focus here. Once again, it ties into hitting that back pose, the shape that we're trying to create. So we wanna see nice full traps. We wanna see nice full rear delts tying into the lats, tying into the back. So as we're performing the superset, that's what we're thinking about in each exercise. With the barbell shrugs, we're trying to make those traps pronounced, make those traps squeeze, put blood into those traps. And then on the reverse incline dumbbell rear delt flies, we're squeezing through the rear delts, trying to make those rear delts nice and full. We've got 3 working supersets from the barbell shrugs to the dumbbell rear delt flies. That's a wrap for this shoulders and back workout. Skip, thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
It's been a long time in between workouts. I appreciate it, man. It was a good workout. How did you find that?
I liked it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, on paper, it doesn't look like a whole hell of a lot. Like, there's not a heap of big, I think a lot of people expect hard workouts to be all your heavy compounds, like those bigger body part movements, whereas, like I said, what we got there is like, it's very specifically training for those poses. Like it's really chipping away at like those smaller muscle groups. Yes. A lot of attention to detail. Yep. So I like training like that. It's easy on the joints as well. Yep. Like, I mean, as we showed everyone there on YouTube, you don't need to use crazy heavy weight to get the most stimulation out of the target muscle. So, like I said, on paper, it doesn't look like a doesn't look like a crazy workout, but it's fucking challenging.
It looks a lot easier than it is, but we works, man. Like we've been training over an hour and a half now. My watch said we've done over 900 calories of work in an hour and a half. So that's a leg day workout. And I don't think we lifted. I mean, you went pretty heavy with the low rows. But the heaviest weight.
I'm in off season compared to more carbs going.
The heaviest weight I lifted, man, was the 60 kilos on the chest supported row. Everything else was under 60 kilos. So.
It's compared to our old workouts we used to film. I think as you get older, you get a bit wiser with obviously training, different tempos, movement patterns as well. And like the thing that, like I said to you, I learned from Matt was to get the most out of the least. So make the lightest weight as hard for yourself as you possibly can. And
as heavy as you can.
Yeah, it's about stimulating, not annihilating. And especially in prep for someone on low calories like yourself, you're not going to go in there and try and hit PB day after day after day. You just want to get that 1 or 2% better every session, and then that's how the magic happens.
But still put it in work at the same time.
Exactly.
So, guys, give this workout a shot. I think, you know, when you see it down below in the description section, you'll be like, how difficult can this be?
Trust me,
give it a shot. Let us know in the comments down below how you found it as well. And also, Skip's wearing the singlet right there, vice versa, the new supplement brands owned by Jamie himself. Link is down in the description box down below. It's the first link you'll see is the link to the vice versa range of products on massivejoes.com. Go check the products out. There's a really cool pre-workout in there. There's a good nootropic-based fat burner in there as well, and a whole bunch.
Got some cool stuff happening, bro.
I'm excited for you, man.
It's cool. It's gone full circle. It started out, I mean, when you gave me a job 7 years ago, 2015, and then 2020, Joe's stocking my products. So yeah, it's cool how it comes full circle, man. It is.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you.
Good seeing you, bro.
Thank you for the workout. Thank you guys for tuning along. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, of course, to stay up to date with all the videos dropping here on my personal YouTube channel, all these new workouts and guest appearances as well.
We'll make it a leg day next time.
That's it.
I know everyone wants to see that.
We will. We'll have to. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you on the flip side.